Hi, Leo Dreger here with CyberArea IT. I want to talk to you about deleting files and recovering deleted files. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. One of the major considerations that you have to think about at first is what level are you recovering the deleted files? Is it an actual file? Is it a partition, or is it the whole drive? Okay. So when you're working at the partition level, you can use tools like DiskPart or Disk Internals has a variety of tools. There's others that are out there, but I would say definitely start here when you're working with recovering deleted file partitions. Next, let's talk about deleting files. So one of the obvious components in Windows is the confirmation delete. You can go to the recycle bin, right-click, go to properties, and you can actually turn off the confirmation. I personally turn it off just because I don't need the extra click. If I'm deleting something, I know that I'm deleting it. But for the average user, they like to have that on as like an insurance policy just in case they inadvertently delete something. So that's one consideration. The next thing is the master file table. Within a master file table, you basically have a map of all of the files and the partitions that are on the drive. And when you delete a file, you're actually just deleting a little record or a pointer in the file table that links to the actual file, but it still resides on the hard drive or the partition until you actually overwrite it multiple times. That's why we have standards that exist that you must overwrite a hard drive or a partition, like 7 times before the file is completely wiped. And that's how a tool like WipeDrive works. Okay, but nonetheless, you got to think. Well, one, I want you to be able to look at a master file table, duplicate it, look inside of it, and actually see the special characters that denote, hey, this file has been deleted. So that's one thing. Also, there's another component here, which is the recycle bin in itself, because everybody is going in, right-click the recycle bin and say empty recycle bin. Well, let's say an hour later or a week later, you go, oh, there's something in there that I didn't want to delete for whatever reason, or I need something that I didn't think that I needed. Well, you can actually use tools to go in and actually basically undelete what you've permanently deleted. Okay, so there's considerations there that you should be fluent with. Second is a variety of recovery tools. It seems that inadvertently deleting files is a very, very popular subject, period. If you go to Google and you just do a search for, deleted files or undelete or recover my files, there's literally no shortage of tools that will come up. So in the world of forensics, you have commercial tools and you have free to try tools, and then you have paid tools. Some of the free to try tools are actually not that bad, especially if you're starting out in this field, because you can at least evaluate like a hard drive or a partition and actually see the files that were deleted. And then before you purchase the tool, is the tool actually going to work? So these free to trial tools that you can get from download.com and things like that are in many cases worth a try. Most of the time, the tools work pretty consistently and the same. However, not every tool is created equal. Sometimes you have tools that don't see anything that you've deleted, and other times you have tools that you think that they're not going to recover anything, and they give you everything that you've deleted back. So it really depends. The more popular tools that I would recommend starting out with are tools like Restorator 2000 or Bad Copy Pro, PC Inspector, or ISO Buster is a nice one for looking at ISO files, or File Recoverer, and literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more files. These tools will theme out relatively quickly. You do not need to evaluate 100 or 1,000 different tools to get the idea. I recommend starting a virtual machine and then just installing each tool in its trial version inside the virtual machine, and then just keep installing them and then practice using those tools. That way, one, you can leave your regular PC alone, but two, you have an environment in which you can basically just blow away if you don't want to use it anymore. So work in that virtual environment and actually install the programs, and then put something like a USB drive with some deleted files on it, stick it into your computer, and try to recover the files or recover the recycle bin inside of the virtual machine. That works just as well. So that's the beginning and the intro to basically recovering deleted files. So let's go ahead and take a look at some hands-on examples.